What is up, guys? Zan from the Madden YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about what I deem to be the best option route in all of Madden 21. But before we get into the video, please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure you guys take the time to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the uploads coming your way here on the Zan Madden YouTube channel. If you guys want to take your game to the next level of Madden 21, check out my brand new strategy site, gridirongameplans.gg. Gridiron Game Plans is your one-stop source for all things competitive Madden. Every single week in our Sunday Vault update, we take a look at multiple topics that are meta, or the most effective tactics available in Madden. And we're going to show you guys how to run those, not only how to run those, but most importantly, how to counteract those. That way you guys are equipped to use them or beat them no matter who you come up across in your competitive Madden ventures. On top of that, your subscription includes any and all offensive and defensive game plans for the one low price of $9.95 a month. Hopefully we'll see you guys over there on Gridiron Game Plans. Otherwise, let's get into today's tip. We're going to be taking a look at a brand new route in this year's game, is an option route to the running back. And I kind of want to show you that this is a route that you'll find all over the place. So right here, I'm in the Washington offense, which is the offense that I have broken down over 3 hours of content on Gridiron Game Plans. You guys can go access that right now with breakdowns out of the jumbo, the bunch weak, the bunch open offset, and also the bunch wide empty formation. That's the offense I'm running right now. It allowed me to finish, I believe, close to the top 50 in the first weekend league of the year. Could have been a little bit better if I was better on the defensive side of the ball, but a good showing nonetheless for myself early on this year. But the route that we're going to take a look at is the one that you find here in the play Y sail, in the play dig and go, in the play double curl. You know, if I were to look at Trey Y flex, it's all over the place. Levels out, fade smash has it, split in corner has it. Basically, EA's put this route all over the game. So take a look at your playbook and see if you can find it. But the gist of this is that it is the best option route in the game. Now, when you take a look at the play call menu, it kind of shows as a three-way option: a hitch, a post, or an out route. I'm going to sit here and tell you right now, I don't see too many scenarios where the running back breaks to the out route. We're going to go up against some random defense here, and I'm just going to kind of run through how this works. So actually, no, we're in dollar right here. We're in two-man under. So first thing I want to talk about is what the running back does if manned up. Now, you guys know the traditional option route that you guys can use by putting the running back on the L2 or the left trigger audible. And that's another option route, which basically the rules are: if it's zone, he runs the hitch. If it's man, he makes the out cut. So you can see right here in this example, two-man under, he's going to break to the out cut. And you're going to notice that if they have a decent speed linebacker, even a not very fast linebacker, you saw KJ Wright was pretty well able to handle that route in two-man under. If I were to go ahead and flip this play and run it the other way, you might notice that right here, it actually looks to me like the linebacker should be manned up. We'll see if he actually does here on the running back. Actually, he spies right here. If the running back is not manned up, or if it's zone coverage, he'll just check up. So that's the way option routes work in general. If the running back is manned up, he will make the out cut. It's just relative to whether or not somebody is playing man on him or not. So if I were to audible into, let's say I called this play again and I flip it and then I man up the running back. Now in this example, if I were to run an option route, he'll run the out cut. So you see right here, I just made a small change, man coverage. He runs the out cut. But here's the problem: not very good, right? Like, you have to have an ability on your running back, like a backfield mismatch or a matchup nightmare type running back, to get separation on man coverage. That is where I like this option route a lot better this year. I find that this option route is really, really nice in that it kind of runs a route up the seam, and then it will hitch at about 5 yards or so against zone. But then it has the option to cut to the middle, like a Texas route or a C route out of the backfield against man-to-man. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to try to clear out everybody and just try to open up the middle of the field so I can show you this. So I'm just going to run everybody out of the way here. So we're in this two-man under. We got the man that is on the left side of the field guarding Carson. So you can see right here, he runs the route up, and then he cuts over the middle and gets really good separation, like really, really good separation. And we saw that KJ Wright in man coverage on a regular option route could keep up with Carson rather in the first example. And we're seeing right here that even with Carson running an in-breaking route against man coverage to the side that KJ Wright was on, that he's able to still beat him across the middle. You see right here just how consistently he's going to be able to do this. So you could definitely tell that this has got some Texas qualities, some C route qualities out of the backfield, and we know how valuable those routes are this year in general. So now let me go ahead and say, if I were to go ahead and flip this and then say, let's put Bobby Wagner on the running back. So we're gonna see Wagner here. Again, if you're reading man coverage of any type, this is gonna be a route you can go to that should be able to beat it. So you see right here, here's the cut, beats Bobby Wagner over the middle. You're able to scamper upfield for a pretty sizable gain. So basically what this is going to do is it's going to put them in a spot where they're going to have to counteract this. Now, there are two ways to counteract this. First one, we already showed you. If you just play man coverage and there's no guy responsible for the running back, he's going to check up because he realizes he's not manned up. He's going to make himself available to the quarterback. So if you're facing this route and it's giving you trouble and you want to base out a man, just leave him unguarded. I know that's crazy, but I mean, yes, they can still scamper upfield and whatnot, but what you could actually do, which is funny enough, is, just do something like this, right? Where you could just leave a hook curl on him. Now you're going to see that, oh, man coverage, but I'm not manned up. Let me just chill right there. Now all of a sudden that hook curl's there to play that. So he's not going to run the out cut if you end up taking the man coverage on him, or off of him rather. Now, the other way you can do it is just straight up call zone shell. Now, the problem with zone shells is that a lot of times people, get kind of overzealous. Like they're going to be able to, basically going to be able to kind of lurk the field. They might over pursue, and that's going to leave, other routes open on the field and gives you an option to maybe throw a playmaker. So like, you kind of roll out, and we've seen this time and time again where you just roll out and playmaker a curl up field and you pick up yardage against zone. So there is a little bit of risk to playing zone or leaving it unguarded, and that you can playmaker it. So you better hope that your pass rush does get home. But in general, guys, this route is littered throughout Madden 21. And I haven't seen a whole heck of a lot of people running this route yet. I think it's a really good one. But it doesn't come without its counters, of course. So, if I were to, so here's the play like Y corner. You could call this out of any set. We're just going to go ahead and go random defense now. And we're just going to kind of go through it. So you see cover 3, obviously he's going to check up against this. So he's going to run his route and then he's going to curl. And then, you're going to have to throw your read accordingly. So you at least will know what he's doing based off of what coverage they're in. Here's an example. This is cover 4 match. You would totally expect this because it's match for him to show his numbers. So you can see here, actually he runs it because it is match coverage. He knows he's manned up. So right there in that example, he realizes, oh, match coverage, let me run my man beater. Right here, this is zone coverage. So you're going to see right here, he should just kind of chill, and he does. And then obviously you got your post or whatever, depending on what type of route combination. So you do need to know what type of coverage they are in before you go to this. So that way you can be on the same page as your running back. Here's a cover 3 match play. You see right here, he checks up. So obviously you don't want all those routes stopping in the same place. I thought that shallow cross by Lockett was going to continue across the field, but trying to focus on the running back route in general here. So here's cover 2. Again, you know that they're going to check up. So this would be a throw to Carson. Maybe a low ball right there. That route combo is absolutely terrible with the slot player stopping right in front of that curl, by the way. So, you might want to get a hitch on there or whatever. But here's an example where it appears they're in match coverage. So you see that we can throw that ball to the running back. Obviously you run off the zone and match coverage, make sure that the vertical players match their vertical threats, et cetera, et cetera. So here's an example. This looks like cover 3 cloud. So again, fully expecting him to check up right here. So yep, throw right there to the running back out of the backfield. You can playmaker him up the field. But in general, with the heavy man coverage meta, this to me, I think the value is 100% the fact that you have an option route that the running back is going to make himself available quickly if they play man coverage, and be able to beat his man if it's man to man. I mean, you see right here just how easily he beats. I mean, that's 20 yards. And you have to imagine too that so many players love to play, that cover 1 where they put the purple zones on the field. We'll go ahead and show you exactly what I mean right here. They're going to put their purple zones on the field and set them to 20 or 25 yards. So they hit the curl flats, they send them to 20 yards, and then they're going to sit back in their dollar, cover 1 robber press. This is a great candidate of a route to beat your opponents. If I were to do this out of, say, like Trey Y flex, for instance, everyone knows Trey Y flex has a lot of like crossers and things like that beat man coverage. So if you have high deep route running, that's one of those things where you're going to be able to, put a, actually let me call the right play here. You're going to be able to put a deep route runner on or a good medium route runner on the crossers and be able to beat man coverage. They're going to have to worry about those routes big time just because you call a play or formation like Trey Y flex. And then from there, you're really going to be in a spot where you can really work the running back underneath. They're not going to be able to sit on that running back route very easily. So go ahead and show you what I mean, kind of round this video out. You've got obviously PA crossers, you got plays like dagger that are really, really tough. And then you add in the mix the fact that you can have a zone beater like split in corner that can absolutely shred this, zone coverage and or the man, they play the press, they shade over the top, and then they just sit in the man underneath and then they lurk. Just having the threat to have a running back that can absolutely toast. And you can see here how it toasts. I mean, the 20-yard curl flats aren't going to be able to get to that. This could be 10 yards underneath, 10 to 15 yards underneath, darn near every single time. And this is just a brand new route in the game, so if you catch a lot of people that are sitting there dropping the man coverage with purple zones to 20, 25 yards, this is a great route to make them pay and still pick up chunk yardage. I mean, you see right here, I mean, this is such an easy throw, and it stays underneath of those purple zones so easily. So you're gonna make them pay pretty easily with that. And that's gonna in turn open up, other routes on the field. I mean, if they were to go ahead and say, okay, well, I'm done with that, let me go ahead and run cover 3, that's where you're going to start to be able to get into, the crosser meta, where you're going to be able to run off coverage and start to look for the B route over the top. And you see how that works there. Once you get them out of the zone, it opens up everything else. So hopefully this video was informational for you guys. Obviously, this is a route that you can find and apply to your playbook very easily. Certainly in the Washington book, it's everywhere to be found. And it's in quite a few books that I've seen as well. So take a look at your playbook, see if you can apply it. And of course, as always, wanted to show you guys the counter to it as well. If you're tired of getting beat on the cut over the middle, all you have to do is leave him unmanned if you're in man, or drop zone. Just be aware that obviously he's still an option if you call man coverage and don't have somebody applied to him. Whereas in zone, you've got zone all over the field. So let me know if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or complaints. Drop those below. Appreciate all the support here on the channel. Make sure you guys follow. We'll see you guys tomorrow with our next video. Until then, this is Zan. Get in the lab and good luck.